It's about time, bitch.
My name is Miss Tyffanie Morgan.
Rowena Whey. It's Joy.
What's going on here?
Just a whole lot of celebrity.
Pause for applause.
Well, hello, and welcome,
to
What's the Maple Tea?
Your podcast broadcast where we bring you everything kinks and drag queen extravaganza, maybe a little bit of RuPaul's Drag Race, Canada's Drag Race, and whatever the hell is else on our crazy ass minds.
And Rowena Whey chewing because she was eating her dinner.
She can't stop eating her takeout Chinese food
from Brampton.
Ooh, from Brampton. There goes my phone.
So, it's the highest quality takeout Chinese food we have ever had, people. Ever.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. Rowena, why don't you start? Where the fuck are you?
Where the fuck in the world is Rowena Whey? Rowena Whey is currently in Brampton, Ontario, which is not the most exciting of places. But I did just turn on my Grindr to see if I could figure out if some people that we know are online.
And of course they are.
No, I don't see them. I don't see them.
Because they're probably on Scruff, not Grindr.
They're probably on Scruff. Is Scruff where the country boys go?
I would imagine so, but okay. I don't know. I would assume so. They probably be hanging out there in like privacy mode, waiting for their next victim to arrive, and then
privacy mode. What is privacy mode? I haven't been on the apps long enough. Apparently.
Yeah. You could be like offline searching. You're like, ooh, interesting, and then go online and be like, hello. Not that I know anything about that at all.
Things, the more you know. I've been away for so long. I'm a kept woman. It's so unfortunate. It's very unfortunate.
So, Rowena, other than being in Brampton, it looks like you're in at least a bougie hotel? No,
it's not that bougie, but I did get upgraded to a suite. So I have like a full living room, kitchen, like bath and king room, so it's pretty nice.
Because they knew you'd be spending the night alone. Because they looked at you and they're like, she may be slutty, but she's not hoary.
Except it's the opposite. I'm hoary, not slutty. Because I get paid. No, I am. I just travel a lot for work, so I get upgraded, which is always lovely.
And we have discovered and we have determined that we are better when we're far apart.
We're better when we're far apart. It's so true because we can't get on each other's nerves.
Yeah, you just stay over there.
I'm trying to get closer to you, Tiff.
No, get away.
Did you know that I actually brought the fancy microphone with me? I planned.
Well, I was hoping you'd have it in front of you, but it does sound really, really, really good.
Thank you. That's just the timbre of my voice.
We did have to turn the gain down because I could hear you chewing at one point.
You could hear me masticating?
Masticating with your wontons.
No, I was eating celery. I was a healthy queen.
That looked very deep fried to me, Rowena Whey.
Oh, no. This is the deep fried thing.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what you were chewing. Oh, a little ASMR for you. There we go. We're ticking all the boxes today. Everyone will be signing
Today we have grating voices. We have grated cheese. We have ASMR. And we are celebrating a very special milestone, aren't we, today?
Yes, my name is Miss Tiffany Morgan, by the way.
And my name is Rowena Whey, just in case you weren't aware by the sound of my chewing.
Yeah, today's a milestone. Rowena, what is it?
Today is episode 69 of What's the Maple Tea?
Oh,
Also known as Finally, Tiffany and I are enjoying this as much as the other one is.
hey, Rowena, wait. How fast can you go in bed?
I don't know, Tiff. How fast can you go in bed?
68, because at 69, you gotta stop and turn around.
See, I never get to 68 because usually I lose like endurance in my thrusting by like 50.
I don't know. I have no comeback for that whatsoever.
It's probably
No
for the
comeback
best.
for that
Probably for the
whatsoever.
best. But yeah, we are celebrating the 69th episode of What's the Maple Tea. We talk about a lot of sexual things, anyways, but I think you just might expect a lot more dick jokes in this episode.
Yes, a lot of more. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a little saucy,
Speaking of
possibly.
saucy, do you see that comment?
Oh, is there a saucy comment? Oh, what? We'll just put this up. My favorite number is 88. That way, I get 8 twice.
Now, when you're getting 8, is it the front, the back, both? Is your salad being tossed? Is your pussy being scratched? What's going on? What's going on?
We have an explicit rating for our podcast, so we can say anything that we want. My favorite number is 88. Oh my god, that is a good. I have to write that one down.
See, I don't do
like
enough.
that's
I don't do enough 69ing. I'm always 96ing because like we're just shunning each other in bed, facing away from each other. It's really unfortunate.
oh, the opposite spoons.
Yeah, opposite spoons. It's called bum bumping. It's how bottoms fuck.
You know, I think I did bump into one of those videos once.
Honestly, I've asked a couple lesbians about whether or not scissoring is a thing. And apparently no one does this. Like no one like splits their legs open and just like grinds their vaginas together. But bottoms do that with their butts. They spread their cheeks and they just grind their assholes together. Apparently it causes so much friction, sparks fly, and then they fall in love.
This is not Sex with Sue, by the way. Everything that's being said right now, I don't know. You better Snopes it. You better Snopes it.
Snopes?
What?
What is Snopesing?
Snope. Oh, to find the truth, you go to Snopes.com. Is it true? Is it not true? Did you
I
not
have
ever do that before?
never heard of Snopes. I always asked Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves if it's true or not. So the Great Butt Fire of 1988 was
Was caused by bottoms.
when Sir Elton John met his husband.
Oh, yes. I forgot that it was Elton who caused the Great Butt Fire of 1985.
Dear God, we are. Uh, no, I've never heard of any. I've never heard of any of that, Rowena.
Oh, well, Tiff, you just need to be more promiscuous. You need to be more experimental in your sex. I mean,
Promiscuous girl.
everyone has 7 erogenous zones. Did Friends not teach you that? One of them is like explicitly for bum bumping.
Blink, 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 blink. In shock. Oh, wait a minute. Are
Seven,
you trying
seven,
to? Are you?
seven, seven,
Are you
seven,
trying to
seven,
tell me?
seven.
Are you trying to tell me, Rowena, that everything you've just said is not original Rowena stuff? You're just re-quoting Friends.
Oh no, God, no! This was all original. That was all original.
Okay, that's
Rowena.
all original. Thank
Yeah,
God.
yeah, yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Because I'm like, wait, are you referencing Friends? And I have no idea because I was never a Friends person.
No, Friends never talked about gay people outside of insulting Chandler.
No. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. There's some discourse on that actually about how Friends is actually highly homophobic. I still love it because I can take a joke, but yeah.
Rowena, you had a topic. We were actually going to have a topic.
Oh, we're actually going to talk about things. So today I wanted to talk about I wanted to talk about high heels and drag. Ooh, look at that. Oh my God. How many inches is that, Tiff? Looks like a good 6 to 8.
Uh, well, the rise is only like 4, but the platform, yeah, it's about 8. It's about 8.
Wow.
So this shoe, my drag sister Savannah Cage Morgan purchased, um, and and then proceeded to kill herself in them.
I need you all to know that Tiffany Morgan now owns an 8-inch high heel, and she has for years, and we've never seen her wear it.
No, no, because this is a death trap, dear. This is a death trap.
Well, and
Um,
that's why I wanted to talk about heels today.
yeah, okay, you talk about the death traps that are
Well,
heels.
well, first I want to ask a question. When you say that Savannah died in those,
So, I'm sure she doesn't listen to this program, but so I first bought
she is
these.
still alive. Okay,
She's
good,
still alive.
good. We're just
She's still alive.
clarifying this. Yes.
I first bought these, which are a slight platform heel, and people would describe these as hooker shoes. They would describe them as hooker shoes. So, and I
It's
bought
because
it.
they're black and leathery and strappy
Yeah, and platformy,
and platformy.
and with a clear base sort of thing.
Hmm.
They have an anklet
Yeah.
strap, anklet strap. Anyway, so I bought those, and it caused a stir amongst the family. And then one day, my drag sister was like, "Oh, I'm going to Toronto. Do you want to come with me?" I'm like, "Okay, great." And we immediately, like on the drive there, she's like, "So where did you buy those shoes?" And we went directly to the shoe store where I bought
Hmm.
them, and she bought the more higher ones.
Of course she did. Of course she did.
And then I think we went home immediately afterwards. We may have stopped for a drink, and then she wore them out for a show, and yeah, she fell in them, and yeah. I think she threw them across the room at that point too,
Oh,
because so
what the tip? Just the tip?
one of the tips for these big ass hooker
As in like
shoes,
the heel part?
the stripper shoes, I actually went to the local strip club here at one point and was talking about shoes with one of the strippers. Don't I, it's a long story. How do I end up in a stripper club in Kingston? Who knows why? And
I've
why
been there 3 times.
and why do I sit there chatting with one of the strippers about shoes? Is another just it happened. It happened.
You're a gay man. We understand. We
And
understand.
I told her I bought the ones with the ankle straps because that like it felt like they would stay on, and she's like,
Mhm.
"That's exactly what you don't want." So she pointed it out that all the strippers there had no shoes with ankle straps on them, because if you are going to fall out of them, you need to be able to fall out of them. Like if you're going to fall, you need to fall out of them, and if you have
Mhm.
an ankle thing strapped onto you, you're not falling out, and you could hurt yourself even more.
Well, as someone who's already broken a toe doing drag, I feel like I'm already damaged, so I'll take them.
Well, you're already damaged in many different ways,
Oh, well, we
Rowena.
knew that. We knew that. We knew that. There's no fixing that. I mean, therapy could maybe start, but no, nothing can fix the personality.
um, well, even a boot too, because when you start slipping out of those shoes, quite often
Hmm.
your foot will slip out, your ankle's still attached, and then one toe is in, one toe's, and that's where things can
Yeah.
get really damaged. So, um, yeah. Anyway, that was my piece of it. The more you
The
know.
more you know about
Believe,
Tiffany Morgan.
believe it or not, strippers know everything about stripper shoes.
I am, wow, so surprised. So surprised. But so I wanted to talk about how drag heels seem to keep getting longer and higher and higher and higher the more seasons of Drag Race we have. Because if you've watched the recent seasons, many of these queens will walk down the runway in 8 to 10-inch platform stilettos. And I don't, maybe it's just me as a person who's already tall, I already have long legs. I don't understand the need to elongate my foot by 8 to 10 inches. when 4 inches is fine or 6 inches is fine. And I was wondering if you had any insight, because as we've seen, it's very difficult to dance or to walk or
Oh,
perform in 8 to 10 inch heels.
uh, to answer this question, Tiffany, I would love to see you in those shoes. Well, the next photo shoot where I am reclining, perhaps, but never. I will never wear them for performance. Uh, but so the only two that I can think of right now when you're talking about Drag Race right now is Sugar and Spice, who are on there, and
And they cannot walk. They cannot
they
walk.
cannot walk. They cannot walk. No. And that I think that's part of the aesthetic. There is a kind of a fetish subculture I know, and it's been around forever and a day about footwear and being able to. There are some footwear out there that you can get fetish wear that you
Hmm.
can't stand in,
Nope,
and
not at all.
that's the intention too. But yeah, so those shoes that I bought that I showed you,
Mhm.
I think that that was kind of the fashion when I bought those.
Some X years
Some
ago.
X years ago, and it's interesting to see. I don't think they've ever gone away though, Rowena. I don't think that that look has necessarily gone away. And with Sugar and Spice, it's definitely kind of they're the Bratz girls, right? So
Yeah. But the more that I see, so Irene Dubois in episode 1 of this season had on 8 inch heels. And
oh
like she's kind of struggled to walk around a little bit. I mean, she moved okay, but we've seen in other seasons where like Sminty Drop in Drag Race UK and Rome in Drag Race Netherlands, which I don't think you watched,
mm.
um, could not perform because they were wearing these massive heels. And we actually had a discussion with a drag queen recently that we interviewed for our podcast, Bombay, who told us that someone on Canada's Drag Race was allowed to change out of their 8 inch
Oh
heels
yes,
in
yes.
order to perform in the final lip sync for your life.
But she also prefaced that that option is available to everyone.
Now,
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 it was available for her episode, was
but
for her season though, right?
it's not generally available. They don't tell the queens they're allowed to do that. Kind of like the queens aren't allowed to change out of like really skin tight outfits. But so I'm wondering, so the real question, the question I want to get at is, given that high heels were invented by men in order to make sure that women can't run away, why are men dressing as women? That was a joke, Tiff.
Oh, okay.
Um, High heels were invented by men in order to create a more pleasing body for women. Exactly. And I don't know why we continue to wear high heels. I mean, you don't, but I know that's not the reason why. Why do we continue to wear them as drag queens who are trying to fight things like misogyny and the patriarchy and all these things? Why wouldn't we be like, no, we're going to wear running shoes and flats and all these things? Questions.
Questions. Well, yeah, I'm doing it to fight the man.
Yeah, you.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you. You're doing it to fight you. No.
no. It has everything to do with comfort
Mhm.
and not just comfort, but also I found I was really damaging myself in
Mhm.
especially these heels here too. Um, yeah, I don't know how many times certain things fell off,
Mhm.
and you had to glue them back on. Uh, but the more you know,
But in
and
the drag race world, we keep like encouraging these stereotypes and these things that we put on women that don't benefit anybody. I mean, um,
do you wait? So do you think that the way drag queens dress is putting pressure on the female, like the female form, like how women should be dressing themselves? Do you
n-
think?
no, but people often describe drag as like heightened femininity or like extremes of femininity and all of these things. And there are a lot of people who don't like drag because people think that it's making fun of women,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or people think that it's um, like encouraging stereotypes and encouraging bad behavior. And I like sometimes I look back at it and I'm like, well, yeah, some people do. And it's times when we like, you're not doing drag if you're not wearing a wig. If you don't have long hair, you're not doing drag. If you don't wear nails, you're not doing drag. If you don't wear heels, you're not doing drag. And all of that is wrong because drag is just performing gender. It's not necessarily performing like hyper feminized patriarchal conceptions of gender.
Please tell me that there is a drag artist out there that is like, blessed be the fruit. That's all they do on stage. They're all dressed in a red robe with a white bonnet.
Yeah, the
Please tell
Sisters
me.
of Perpetual
No.
Indulgence. No.
No. That's not them. That's well, they would be blessing the fruit, but different reasons.
Different type of fruit. Different type of fruit. Yeah. So, anyways, this is my way of saying high heels suck. Let's get rid of them.
Get rid of them.
They make your ass look amazing. They make your calves look amazing, but they destroy your lower back. They destroy your ankles and they destroy your toes. So let's just get rid of them and just wear high heel platform shoes instead.
Oh, high heel platform or
like
just
like
platform
really
shoes?
like let's wear like sandals that are really comfortable and ergonomic, but have like a slight heel just to give you like a booty lift. Yeah.
No heels or a slight heel. Yeah, okay.
Slight bump. Just a bump. Just a bump.
I miss my platform shoe. I had a pair of platform shoes once. Where the hell are they?
Elton John took them when he was 69ing his partner, starting the fire of 85.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. That is a hate crime right there. I was not running around in platform shoes in 85. It was 2002, dear.
Okay, excellent. That's so much better. So much better.
Oh, my God.
Tyffanie, what did you want to talk about this week?
Well, first of all, I just want to say, hey, if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to What's the Maple Tea with me, Miss Tyffanie Morgan.
And me, Rowena Whey.
And Rowena Whey with a mouthful of some young guy. And
some young guy.
Some sort of fried food she's putting into her face.
Chicken.
By the way, how dare you? This is like a hate crime. I am so avoiding carbohydrates, and here you are eating all this fried carbohydrates in front of me, and I'm like, I want the carbohydrates. No,
moist.
No, battered fried things with gluten and wheat and carbohydrates, and oh no. Oh, and then I miss rice. I miss rice so much, Rowena. I miss rice so much. I want it back in my life.
Have you tried rice potatoes?
Rice?
Cauliflower rice, rice potatoes. Are you allowed? Rice potatoes.
What are rice potatoes?
It's where ricing potatoes is a special way of like cutting potatoes to make it like really thin.
Potatoes are starch, aka carbohydrates. No,
Let's rice. We're gonna rice zucchini for you. We're gonna make zucchini rice.
It's not the same.
Speaking of things that aren't the same, my ass does not look as good without high heels, so I will continue to wear them despite all of the things that I said already in this episode.
Are you actually wanting to try? So this is very damaged. We'll have to get this
Of course
repaired.
I want to try it.
You know what? Maybe we should ask Jimbo, because Jimbo was repairing high heel shoes like this.
Oh,
the last
no,
time
I'll take them. I'll take them to my cobbler.
To your cobbler, okay.
Yeah, my peach cobbler.
But yeah, hopefully it's still kind of alive, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my God, she really fell out of the. She almost tore it right there. She really fell. She, like I said, she fell out of them, and then she's like, "Fuck it," throw them
She's
across
like,
the room.
never again.
Never
Never
again.
again.
Never again. Pay probably $200. What is $200 back in 2005? It's probably like $500 today,
That's a
right?
lot for a pair of heels.
Oh yeah. They're not cheap. They're not cheap.
They're not. They're not.
So what is my topic today? I have no idea what my topic is, other than I don't eat carbohydrates anymore, or I try not as very little carbohydrates as possible, because I got the what the hell is it? Not the Gonicip for Herpes.
Starts with a D.
Oh, the diabetes type 2. The diabetes type 2. I was diagnosed on August 31st. Yay, diabetes. I'm getting so thin. I'm getting so thin.
I've never heard someone do a diabetes happy dance before.
I know. It's weird.
That was unique. That was unique.
Well, it was so funny because the entire time that clearly I was diabetic for a very long time, but not knowing with high blood sugars, and people are like, "Oh, are you losing weight?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." What do you mean? How would I be losing weight?
No, I'm keto.
No.
I'm keto.
Why would I be? How would I be losing weight? And then go see the doctor, and they're like, "Oh, you've lost like what was it? What did they say? Like 50 pounds?" And I was like, "Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? What?"
That's like a small child.
It's like two small children.
It's like two small children.
So, yeah. Anyway, so that's why no carbohydrates. So, I keep thinking, Rowena, I need to find some recipe. I feel like I did not a YouTube, an Instagram video of me cooking
Pasta.
marinara sauce. Well, it was marinara sauce. Yeah, now I can't have pasta either. But anyway.
Well, you can have zucchini noodles.
Zucchini noodles. Yes. So I'm like, I need to find some. I think I need to do some, like, Tyffanie trying to bake a
Tyffanie tries shit.
carbon-free cookie or something like that.
Carbon-free cookie. Carbon-free cookie? Good luck with that.
Carbon-neutral cookie. I'm kind of tree at the same time.
She is preventing climate change while she bakes cookies in her gas stove.
Electric
stove.
I'm not that bougie. I am not that bougie with the gas stove.
But, oh my God, Tyffanie, I know what your topic should be.
Well, what is it? Oh, fortune cookies.
Are you ready for your fortune?
Yes. And remember, we ended always in bed.
Oh, I know. This is the 69 episode, and I have 3 fortune cookies.
What? They gave you 3? They thought you were feeding 3 children.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Use your talents. That's what they're intended for in bed.
Use your talents. That's what they're intended for in bed.
Oh, yeah. What is your bedroom talent, Tyffanie Morgan?
Going 68. Sleeping.
Okay, next one.
This is yours. That was good.
Thank you. Okay, this one's mine. It's going to be depressing. Others appreciate your expressive qualities in bed.
Are you very vocal, Rui? Are you very vocal?
I had to soundproof my apartment.
Oh.
Okay, last one. This is for both of us. You ready?
This is for both of us. Okay. Smash.
Does anyone actually eat these? Does anyone actually eat fortune cookies?
Well, I do if the fortune's... Well, now I don't, but... Oh, what's this one?
This is perfect for Valentine's Day, which is coming up. You ready?
Yes. Keep
an eye out for someone special in bed.
Oh, that is a sweet one, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is a really sweet one.
And your lucky numbers for that special person are 5, 10, 24, 37, 38, and 46. Go try and win that lottery, Tiff, so that we can buy a club.
There we go. I do, before we get into anything else, I do want to give a shout out to Betty Baker. I don't know if Betty actually listens to this podcast or
I will.
watches
I'll
it.
tell her. I'll tell her that she needs to listen right now. Okay, one sec.
Well, you don't have to. No, what are you
Telling
doing?
her,
What are you?
Betty
What are
Baker.
you?
Betty Baker.
Okay, you take it over there, Rowena.
Do you want to come to Kingston for a show?
Oh,
Question mark.
you're inviting her for a show?
I'm not sending it. No, no. Tell us why you want to give a shout out to Betty Baker.
Oh, okay. Go book her. We need to
Oh,
have,
I've booked her before many times. I will book her again. She's fabulous.
but not in Kingston because she's from Peterborough.
She is from Peterborough. She currently does not live in Peterborough though. I think she lives in Toronto.
Oh, does she live in Toronto now?
She's attending school. She's going to school.
Is she? Oh,
She's finally 19.
oh God! Oh God! Really?
Yeah. And Norman, just so you're aware, I have performed Betty Needs a Spanking with Betty Baker 3 times.
With consent of the adults that she was
With
with.
consent of her parents.
Yeah. Who
As
she
I
was?
paraded her around with a leash and people spanked her for money.
I can't. And she was 17 at that time, right?
She was 17, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, but now she's in university. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just wanted to say, I was at one of those shows. Yes. I just want to say that Betty Baker. So, the local library, the local public library in Peterborough, was hosting a drag story time, and Betty Baker was going to be the drag artist who was going to be reading to children. And of course, welcome to the new world that we live in. There was a suggestion of a protest. There was suggestion of a protest. And of course, there was a counter protest as well. And by the sounds of it, the protests and counter protests was actually very tame. You
Oh,
know,
that's good.
because we've heard of some where it gotten a little riled up, a little riled up.
I know. I was protesting your blue wig and it got
Yeah,
very riled up. Very riled up.
that wig is a good scrapper. It will take you down a dark alley and you won't come back.
I know. It split some ends, but it made it.
Oh God! But Betty, by the sounds of it, it was the actual drag story time was a
Mhm.
success, well
Yes.
attended. They want to do it again, and by the sounds of it, the whole community came out in support, and I just want to. Tip my hat off. There were other drag story times as well. There was another one, but I don't know the details of it that happened that same weekend. And again, same kind of situation and still coming out for the better, I think, for
I will always say I don't understand people protesting drag story time because children do more damage to drag queens than drag queens do to children.
oh dear.
And the church has damaged many more children than a drag queen ever will.
Let's just say that the drag queen is or drag artist is always supervised at all times compared to some of those priests and
Mm-hmm.
pastors.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I just want to say congratulations. But it sounds that she kept her cool and stuff like that, and well supported as well. So
Yes.
I appreciate that because apparently our friends in Trenton, things are not so well over there in Trenton area. Did you?
I am doing a show there on Sunday.
Yeah, you're doing a show there, but apparently someone brought forward to city council to bring up the debate of the rainbow crosswalk within the municipality. Well, what is it a municipality? It's not Trenton, right? It's like a Quinty West or
Quinty
something.
West.
Yeah.
Quinty West.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Trenton is unfortunately a military city, and the military and the country community surrounding it is not well known for its support of queer culture. And the more we do, the more outreach we do, the more visible we are, the better things will be. But for some reason, there are people like Donald Trump, Doug Ford, people like this who actively want to hate against us. And all their supporters also want to hate us for being people. And it makes no sense because we're nice people, just sassier. And in some of our cases, assier.
Oh, that fire of 85. That
Mm-hmm.
fire of
That fire of
85.
85.
Yeah. Gosh, gosh, gosh. But, all that we can do is just stay our fabulous selves, Rowena. Stay
Yeah.
true to your fabulousness.
Well, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And if there is someone that you want to nominate for the Courage Across
Oh,
Canada tour, who you think has shown courage and resiliency over the last 2 years, please nominate them. Also, if you are a drag performer and you want to nominate yourself to perform on the Courage Across Canada tour, please nominate yourself. internationaldayofpink.org. International, INTL, dayofpink.org.
so let's talk about that some more. This is going to be my topic now.
She's like, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. I'm rolling with it,
I'm rolling with
bitch.
this. So the nominations that we've already seen. So part of the process for a drag artist to put their name forward and stuff is they have to share on their social medias. And you and I have seen all. We're like, oh, well, I guess Universe and Sherry
Well,
Ann Hex and
I'm
Corky
required
Bitch
to
and
watch them.
you. Because you're in one of the judging panels, yes. But, I'm seeing that. I'm like, oh, they're all applying. That's great. But when it comes to honoring someone within the community who is resilient and all that kind of stuff, what were the requirements again, Rowena? The resilience?
So it's someone who you think has shown courage over the last 2 years during the pandemic. And it can be courage in whatever way you feel they're showing courage. But they should preferentially be a member of the queer community, but that's not required. They should be either a teacher, a healthcare worker. There are 5 categories: a business owner, individual, or just a person who you think is showing courage and helping the community.
Yeah.
So if you know anyone that you want to nominate, please do so, because they will get recognized. And sometimes all it takes, people don't always realize if their actions have had positive consequences for you. Sometimes people are just doing things and they don't realize that they've actually made a difference in someone else's life. So if you know anyone like that, please recognize them. Let them know.
Yeah, and I would encourage you, like, if you don't feel comfortable, you're like, oh my gosh, this person, blah, 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 but you don't feel comfortable, like, putting in an application or something, just reach out to, like, talk to others, and you're like, do you think we should nominate them? Can you help me nominate them or something like that? Because I think that's one of the big problems when it comes to these awards, because sometimes people are like, well, this is the only nomination we got. So if you have any ideas of those people, sort of thing, just don't nominate. I've been recognized enough. I feel like I've been recognized enough. Don't nominate me.
There is no reason too small to nominate someone.
Yeah.
There's no action that has no impact. I mean, every small thing that we do has impact. So if you think there's someone who's made a difference, they probably have. Nominate them.
Nominate them.
It's quick. It's quick and easy. It's not a long application thing.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good, because I hate long applications.
I know. And that's why I have the job I have, and I'm not a doctor.
Oh my God, Rowena. Anyway, I was just gonna say, I'm like you. Oh yeah, you did apply for out of country medical school. I forgot about that too.
I actually got in.
What?
Yeah, I got accepted to med school in Australia, and I
Did
paid
I remember that?
well, I don't know. Did you? I can't answer that question.
I knew you applied, but I didn't realize you were accepted. Why didn't you go?
Oh, because I couldn't afford it. Yeah, the tuition was $75,000 a year.
$75,000.
I didn't even have $75,000. Oh, hi JD.
Hello, sweet pea. Oh, okay. Let's stop talking about Whores and harlots. Here's one of them right now.
Oh my goodness. JD, welcome to the magical 69 episode where we apparently talked about drag queen story time.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm holding that shoe up again. Anyway.
Yeah. Do you want to chat about this week's episode at all?
Oh, look at that. We got other people. Hey, guys. Hey,
All the
guys.
drags, all the drags are joining
here.
us.
So, should we talk about RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15, Episode 2?
Or we could talk about how Lilith Kane is releasing a clothing line.
Oh.
And they have, I don't know what the secret thing is, but I just saw your messages pop up. I would like look down at my phone. I was like, oh.
Yeah, where's my phone right now?
But no, Lilith Kane is releasing a clothing line called Modern Degenerates, and the launch party is February 4th at Something in the Water Brewing.
Yes, I did see the poster of that. Oh, there's a lot of chats here. Okay. I
assumed that the clothing line is not secret, Lilith, because, you know, it's
being
on
launched,
your Instagram.
Being launched, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, the biggest whore of them all. Absolutely.
Me?
No.
Oh, JD. Yeah. Right, I forgot. The other biggest whore. The other biggest whore.
By the way, kudos that was an amazing photo shoot that you posted on your Instas there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And shout out to Sally for taking those photos.
Yeah, Sally Mander, Sally. And the wardrobe and everything like that. Okay, so clearly someone is on the fast track to be on Canada's Drag Race Season 4. How do I? She's getting all the contacts. She's getting all the photo stuff. How do I get Rowena to get on that season? Because I just need her out of my hair. I just need her gone. Just take her away for Season 4, and then she'll never come back because she's touring the world, right?
I mean, it's probably true. Well, I mean, if these people in Toronto would ever book me when I'm going to Toronto, maybe I would eventually leave Kingston and everyone would be happy.
Well, take the advice that you already got and just stand on that street corner by Burger King.
Yeah.
What was it again? Not Burger King. It was A&W. The A&W. Was it A&W? What is that place right on the corner of Gerard and whatever?
Harvey's. That's right. Yeah.
You know, I remember as a little twink back in the day, I was walking past there, going back to my friend's house, and one of the girls just started singing show tunes to me as I'm walking by. She's just like, da, 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 and I'm just like, oh my God, what the hell's going on here? It was great. It was a great moment. Harvey's, exactly. Twink.
That's what I was laughing at. I'm sitting here laughing. I'm like, okay.
Believe it or not, I was a twink. It was more attitude than actual body, but...
I mean, you grow out of being a twink at like the age of like 25.
Do you ever really grow out of being twink? I don't know.
Yeah. So JD, you're almost there.
So how did you think about this episode? The one thing that was a bit of a surprise was that it was 45 minutes long.
Well, that's because it's on MTV now and there are commercials.
There's lots of commercials, apparently.
Lots of commercials.
Good thing I'm only 12. 22. 22
only 12. Only 12 and still a whore. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, God. She started a lot early. Mama, he's crazy. Crazy over me. 22. No.
I'm feeling fancy. 22.
Here's your one chance, fancy. Don't let me down. Here's your one chance.
How is that 22 at all? But yes, this week's episode was very short. It did feel rushed. It felt rushed. And I feel like it's very strange to have 40-minute episodes when there are 16 queens.
There's how many episodes?
40-minute episodes.
Oh, 40 minutes episodes.
When there are 16 queens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't get into any character development. Although, well, that's what some people say. But I felt like they definitely brought the drama, though. Like, especially when it came to the twins.
I mean, yes and no. You can tell that when the people they focus on in the edit, I think you'll be able to see like these people either go far or go home. Like those will be the two options. Like because if you're only getting a few minutes of airtime or a few seconds of airtime, then the people they focus on are definitely the ones they want you to know and like, and the ones that they're going to be storylines for. Like
Yeah.
Princess Poppy had so much airtime this last episode and then went home.
Hashtag Petunia was robbed. Hashtag
Hashtag
Petunia.
Rosebud.
Hashtag Petunia robbed. Hashtag Rosebud. Oh my god. The one thing I kind of took away from this, just as an overall kind of feeling, is that I have a lot more respect for the twins. And at first, I was like, "Oh, they're just brought on because of how many TikTok followers they have,
Well, that's true.
and how they're going to bring the ratings in and all that kind of stuff."
That's also true.
But now I've changed my opinion about her. I think they're savvy. They're young. Like I think though, like I feel like one of them will probably go, let's say top 6, maybe top 4.
I think that'll be Spice.
But at some point, they will intentionally remove one of them.
Oh, they're going to lip sync against each other.
Yeah,
Of course they
probably
will.
later in this. Yeah,
Probably the first design challenge. They're not going to be able to sew. They can't. There's no way they know how to sew. They
Don't you think they'll save that nugget for like the very end of the season though? Like like not the very very end, but like somewhere like midway.
I think that in maybe like 2 more episodes, so Snatch Game, one more, and then that, I think that they will have a lip sync against each other, and Spice will beat Sugar. Exactly.
Spice will, yep, there we go. Spice will beat Sugar. Oh, yeah, you do feel like there's a little bit of a one is a little
Hmm.
bit more prepared that way. But they both have the same, well, they basically have the same kind of mind. And some of them
They
have
they
some
do.
really good ideas for the videos and stuff and how to deliver. We know that's happening, exactly. So I want to bring back to this comment from one of our listeners. I learned more about the drag queens during Untucked,
Yeah,
which
and you
I'm
can
not
watch
getting to
Untucked
see.
on Out TV.
I don't know if I'm trying to be frugal and not pay the $4 a month for Out TV.
I I mean, I watch it. I had it because of Camp Wanakiki this
Yeah,
fall, and I use it to watch Untucked, but I definitely get rid of it and then resubscribe like twice a year.
that's true. That I got rid of it after Camp Wanakiki. So, yeah, exactly. Too many streaming services.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh,
Uh,
and they just released a new streaming service called World of Wonder Global, and it's called like Global Wonder or World of Global or something. I don't know, but it is an American streaming service where the U.S. people. What are you doing?
my phone fell off the table. The
It's running
ghosts. The
away.
ghosts. The ghosts.
Where the U.S. people can watch all of the international seasons in one place
How dare they?
and only in the States.
How dare they?
I know.
That is discrimination
Against Canadians
against
and
everyone
other
in the world.
international people.
Like I know people in Britain can watch Canada's Drag Race, Canada's Drag Race,
Canadas.
Canada's
Canadas.
Drag Race.
You can
Uh,
get World of Wonder in Canada, though. You can get World of Wonder in Canada and watch the international seasons on there.
yeah, but oh my god, oh my god. I will say though, so have we chatted since Giselle? When did we do that?
Giselle was here on Wednesday, so no, we have not. Oh yeah, Giselle Lullaby came to Kingston.
I'm sorry. I know 50 minutes in, and I'm like, oh, let's talk about Giselle. But because the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because we could talk about her another time. We don't have a private interview with her,
We don't.
unfortunately.
We did not have enough time to interview her, but we did get to have like a 3-hour conversation over food.
Yeah,
Late night eats.
as we waited an hour for the food to arrive.
Yeah.
But because I shared with her, one of my fears, let's just say, unfounded fears. I said
You
to
have
her,
fear?
I have a fear because you are talking to a drag queen who's been doing this before it was drag was popular, right? Before Drag Race, and now it's so big. Everyone knows about drag. Before you had to explain to someone, I'm a drag queen. Well, what does that mean? Like,
Hmm.
some people didn't even know what drag was, sort of thing. And now it's so popular that I'm so worried that I'm like, the bubble's going to pop at some point, and people are like, oh, I don't drag. I don't care about it, blah, blah, blah. But I said that to Giselle, and she's like, girl, no, it's not.
No.
The controversy that's happening right now, the controversy in the States with drag queens, all that is driving more interest in drag. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank you. And I believe her. I totally believe her in that theory. So what do you think, Rowena?
Oh, I completely agree. I think that drag is still on the up and up. I think that drag as an art form is getting into so many different things
Oh
now
my
that it's just
gosh.
going to keep expanding. I mean, Jinx Monsoon is the first drag queen to perform as Matron Mama Morden on Broadway. Like, the things like this will, right? It happened yesterday. Her very first show. It was very exciting. Um, Things like that will keep happening. And controversy is good for ratings. It is good for people becoming interested. More people hear about it because of it. More people will get into it because of it. And let's face it, no matter how hard bigoted people try to get rid of queer people, it's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna happen. We're still here. We're still gonna exist. We're smarter than you, obviously. So
Obviously. Here's my Mensa certificate, right?
we're smarter than you because we don't have kids as often. No,
We're well slept.
we're well slept. We're well slept. Like, it's, we are moving forward
Yeah.
and drag is not going anywhere. And even if people get sick of Drag Race,
Mm.
drag queens will still be on the forefront of most queer movements because we're visible, we're vocal, and we just don't shut the fuck up.
Amen, sister. Amen. I think that's perfect for a wrap up right there.
Yeah. So my name has been Rowena Whey, continues to be, and will still forever be Rowena Whey.
You can find Rowena Whey at
RowenaWhey.com. You can sign up for my mailing list because that's where I
oh
announce big events. Well, on my website, you just sign up on my website. And of course, you can follow me on all the socials. Follow me on TikTok and Twitter. I don't have enough TikTok and Twitter followers, and I post shit. Follow me.
she does post shit on TikTok, and
Hmm.
I've been trying to post some shit on TikTok too. Only things that I'm like, I don't know if people on Instagram will like it, so I'm like, just throw it on TikTok. Who gives a shit about them?
Drag
Uh,
will never die.
Drag will never die. Exactly. My name is Miss Tiffany Morgan. Young, vibrant, vivacious, very
Fertile.
single, fertile, vertical, horizontal, even, and just doing drag. Last month, I'm just a baby gay,
Baby gay.
baby drag queen, and you can find me at Tyffanie.com. That's
6 pounds, 8 ounces.
6 pounds. I'm hung like a baby. 6 pounds. Uh, so you can find me at Tyffanie.com. That's TYFFANIE.com. I got a few shows coming up. Go check that out.
Mhm.
And we can talk more about that. And I'm Rowena. I'm gardening.
You're gardening.
I'm
You're
becoming
learning.
horticulturalist. It's weird. It's
Sorry,
weird.
whore?
A whore to
Yeah. Oh,
culturist.
okay. You're a horticulturalist. I love it. I love
Horticulturalist.
it.
I also want to give a shout out to dragshow.ca.
Which
Hey,
is now national.
it's now national across Canada. If you're in Alberta, Saskatchewan, Northwest Territories, if you're in Northern Ontario, if you're in Toronto, Ottawa, you can submit, Nova Scotia, I don't, you can submit events and have them posted on dragshow.ca. And let me tell you, the Google loves dragshow.ca. Your
Mhm.
events will show up in. Let me tell you, it will. It will.
It will.
You just need to send the information. You just need to send the information.
5 minutes of your time and you can have free advertising.
Uh, not even 5 minutes. Like,
I know,
seriously,
right?
seriously.
And of course, watch and or listen to. You can watch previous episodes of our podcast if you go to Facebook, What's the Maple Tea? But you can listen to all of the episodes of our podcast at themapletea.ca, including interviews with some fantastic drag superstars, with more interviews to come, I am sure.
And my name again is Tyffanie Morgan.
And I am Rowena Whey, and you have been listening to What's
What's
the
the
Maple
Maple
Tea?
Tea?
I don't know if that was on or not, but either way, it doesn't work.
Was. It was.
Bye,
Bye, sweet
everyone.
peas. Bye.